Of every rupee of revenue is spent on interest. This is the worst interest burden since the inception of the FRA and FRBM, the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act in Delhi in 2003 and the Financial Responsibility Act in Tamil Nadu in 2003-04. So, we are in the worst shape as a state. Our balance sheet is the worst, our income statement is the worst. So I will not say that we are starting at ground zero. We are starting deeply in the hole. Of course, it is the leader's vision that will set the course. But my instinct is, as a part of the party, my instinct is that we will try to simultaneously focus on two things. One is repairing the balances and finances of the state. Because I have been talking about that for the last 5 years. Bring back the state's own revenues to 10-10.5% and the total revenues to 14-14.5% of GSDP. So, that is the fair role of government as the size of the economy. But at the same time, unlike the BJP and unlike the ADMK, the difference between the BJP and the ADMK, the BJP has a clear agenda and it is anti-common man and pro kind of robber baron like Ambani and Adani. The ADMK has no particular agenda at all. It is just a slave to whoever allowed them to extend their tenure and make corruption. Unlike either of them, we have a very clear agenda. It is driven by social justice and economic justice. So we are interested in ensuring that the bottom of the pyramid gets their fair share of the overall pie.
So, do you feel that there is an anti-incumbency in the state?
Oh, intense anti-incumbency. In fact, I was quite shocked. I expected anti-incumbency in 2019. I was shocked at how aggressive it was, in the sense that the ADMK coalition lost 40% of its total vote. 40% of the votes they got in 2016. 1 crore votes deserted the ADMK Kutani in 2019. I expect 2021 to be same or worse, because at a macro level the economy has gotten worse, the joblessness has gotten worse, the intrusion of the central government into people's lives has gotten worse, the dictatorial attitude has gotten worse since the 19 election, and inflation is high, petrol prices are prohibitive. Supply side shocks are just starting to become evident. We are starting to see, even while growth is down and demand is down, we are starting to see the prices of things like vegetables, fruits, finished goods rise. So it is a very, very, high likelihood of deeper anti-incumbency today than it was in 2019. So I can feel the resentment of the people. Now, unlike in the north, again in the south, I think people show their anger more in the booth than in the street. As I say, I was quite shocked. On the street it looked like normal in May 2019. But the results showed deep anti-incumbency. I expect to see something similar this time. The results show worse anti-incumbency on the street than 19, but not clearly the full depth. I expect the vote, the street shows that the vote will show much worse.